So in this video I'm going to discuss enzymes and their functions. And so enzymes. So what enzymes are large proteins that function as catalysts and act on specific substances called substrates. And so essentially what enzymes do is enzymes allow reactions to occur quicker. So they're a catalyst. That's essentially what a catalyst means. So they allow reactions to occur more quickly. And it's really important to remember that for every enzyme, an enzyme can only act on only one substrate, or one type of substrate, so it's very specific. And now you're probably wondering, how does it do that? How does it speed up the reactions? And we'll get into this. Let me clear this. The enzyme changes its shape. So enzyme changes shape. And this is known as conformation. And it's just a minor change to get the substrate to bond. And so if you're trying to make a reaction happen, what the enzyme can do to make the reaction happen, like either breaking a bond to make these products, for example, what the enzyme can do is the enzyme can strain the bond, which will make it more likely to break. The enzyme can also bring certain, like if you wanted to put those two products back together, the enzyme will bring those two products together, so bring substrates together. And so by bringing the products together, it's more likely to react, because the products have to, if you want to put two things together, they have to first come into contact. And so the enzyme can do that. And so essentially the enzyme makes the reaction, whatever reaction you want, more likely to happen. And oh, one thing I forgot to mention, when the enzyme binds to the substrate, like this phase right here, it's called this phase right here, it's called, this whole like substance, which includes the enzyme and the substrate, is called the enzyme substrate complex. Kind of self-explanatory name. And so now I'm going to talk about essentially the activation energy. So let me clear this. So the enzyme changes the activation energy. So what that is this is a graph, this is a reactants, and that's the product. So this is the energy of the reactants right here. Reactant. energy. And then here is a product energy. And so this, the difference between the reactant energy and the peak is called the activation energy. And what that is essentially it's the amount of energy that has to be put into the reaction for it to go. And so what the enzyme does is the enzyme lowers it. So essentially this whole thing is without an enzyme. However, if you put in an enzyme, what was this before becomes this. And so it essentially, what the enzyme does is it lowers activation energy, and so less energy is required to make the reaction happen, and so more of that reaction is going to happen.